Calyx. 2007. 2007. The next gen is here in the mid lane to play against Faker. So Calyx, solo QE's 1.3k LP, 53% win rate. Azir, Sylas, Ambessa, Aurora, Ezreal. Maybe a Jace first pick. They're banning Xin Zhao, so they can't get Xin Zhao Gwen 1-2 if they first pick Jace, or what? Rise ban.
I assume it's a Jake.
That smells like a Sylas somewhere.
Is what you're going with here. And I think
so what do you want, T1? Do you want Jace or do you want Gwen? Oh, they take the Gwen. Okay. King and getting Jace is not a good idea, though. They could do a Corki Flex. They could do a Maokai. They could do Varus. That was the next one, Azir.
So like you're saying, deny one of the strongest.
So the problem that T1 have is they have Gwen, but Sejuani and Xin Zhao are out, the two best junglers with Gwen. Could go Gwen Neferi and then play like Victor. Skarner's okay, yeah. I mean, I really think like it's times like these where Ivern just wins in the game. Outrange, outscale if you do this on 3. I feel like Faker would do like an Ahri or a Victor here. I think Ahri will lack damage though. Talia also as well. Maybe MF here is better. I think Talia also lacks a bit of damage. I think Ivern on 3 here wins you the game. I just don't know if Gideon plays it. I feel like he'll pick Maokai or some shit, or Lilia, or I don't know. Or Flex Poppy, yeah. I mean, MF is really good for this comp. I think Ezreal is also really good for that comp. Maybe not Ezreal. Maybe Kai'Sa is good for them. I wonder if they'll ban Shen. They banned Nautilus. This makes me think of Bard. Ezreal ban. Oh, actually, I think they might go Xayah Rakan, but into Poppy it's annoying. Let's see if they ban like Jhin or Ashe or some shit, or MF. Actually, T1 will just take MF, what am I saying? It's a hard one. They ban Rakan. They ban Rakan Nautilus. Ooh, I don't know about that Alistar on 4. I feel like T1 can cook super hard here. That is blinded support. I mean, worst case, they can just go MFRL. But they should have something better than that. Like Varus something, maybe, could cook them. Oh my god. Zeri Uni 4-5? Zeri Lulu 4-5. What the fuck? Protect the Smashy. Protect the Smashy.
I think you are really going to struggle in the matchup.
Ashe is not bad. Gives them more engage. I think this Poppy on 3 was a horror. I feel like if this comp had Ivern, you would win by default. I think that Poppy Flex was so forced. You can just match jungle, AD on 4 counter support. I prefer T1 draft. T1 outscales, and that's better side lane. I would really appreciate it if you click subscribe. Anyway, enjoy the rest of year. T1 should have a winning bot. Actually, he's playing Zeri into Varus. That might be a bit tricky, no? Let's see how well Calyx does. Alistar level 1 useless. Doran has been a bit invisible this split.
You know, they're not showing
or
up.
this year in general. He's been fine in some games.
Really Faker might not be ready for this Poppy.
Yeah, that was a weird ping that he went for as well. As he just pushes Faker away,
clean.
Gets the Q down, and that is just annoying.
That's
E into phase rush, nice.
Feels horrible.
Faker is 11 years older than the enemy mid. And he's about to teach him a lesson. Every time I think about it, I'm like, what the fuck? Owner Keria are 2-time world champs. I always, for some reason, think they're 1-time, but they're 2-time. What are your thoughts on Smash? I think I have bias because I love Kunyushi and I want to see the team together, but I understand the switch. Bro, this has got to be like the nicest message I've ever received on this topic, ever.
Right. Yeah, they're looking for an angle here, as Smash could be the target. There's the headbutt, double pulverized from Lehends, as Gio just not really able to do anything. His owner's making his way forward. He
Gideon has no flash.
And looks to see whether he can get rid of him, and there is first blood, and it goes to the Zeri. Flash forward
slow?
from Owner. They are not
Why?
done yet.
This is such a reasonable way to phrase a question. What are your thoughts on Smash? I think I have bias because I love Boomer, and I want to see the team together, but I understand the switch. What do you think? That's such a nice way to phrase a question. Yeah, I think Smash is really good.
Even with
the T1 fans should definitely give him a chance.
Quite going to be in range. Another attempt.
Yeah,
the thing that I think is
another double pulverize, getting the flash this time out of Smash.
That's good. Good play.
Yeah, well played.
I have this feeling. Okay. 80 carries aside.
Might be in trouble again.
Yeah, it doesn't have flash this time around, so it's just.
I think regardless of which AD is playing at their peak, T1 has other problems. Like either AD at their peak won't make them beat Hamalife. I feel like.
But with the ward,
I feel like Dora needs to
Gideon
really
knew that
wake
this
up.
time there was no pesky counter gank available.
Wow, Calyx, that was
Everyone's
great.
talking about AD carries, but I just don't feel like...
Well, you know,
I feel like sure that'll
It is
fix
an
itself
awkward,
eventually, but
skill shot.
I feel like that's taking away from the eyes up here.
I've played it. Sometimes
But I don't
you have
like
days
flaming
where you
Doran.
just, you know, you're in the zone, you're hitting
Because I've
all
seen
of them.
Doran at his best and I've seen
And
Doran
yeah,
at his
sometimes
worst
you're like, please, someone on my
for like the last
GC
4 years.
someone so I can
So he needs to
do some
wake up
damage.
quick
Set it up for me.
if they want to make MSI.
Just basically
How crazy would it have
even
been if
because of
T1
the
got Kingen
extremely lopsided
instead of
matchups
Doran?
in both top King and
All right, he's feeling pretty safe. Does have the flash, elects not to use it as he does then jump
King,
over,
you're
but the
an
seismic
Intap.
shove comes in, and of course he's
Big
just
kill
going
for
to
Doran.
die.
Big kill for
T1.
Doran.
Gank is rough.
Faker lost a bit
It's
for that,
the
but he's
flash
helping his top
specifically
laner.
that I
Good
think
job.
He definitely could have helped. The moment you see that Talia wall,
Huh.
you're not getting out. Does Gideon just kill him?
Don't tell me Doran's dead
Might.
now.
He's at least going to try. Let's see how this one
It's
goes.
when.
Yeah, okay.
There's no way
Good
Giddy Up
side
just
steps.
missed his
Zona's
Q.
going to turn up and Gideon.
On top of that, the
It's like when
healing
you're
that it
playing
does
Poppy,
is wild, and also Gideon
walking
misses
up,
Q,
pressing
so,
RQ
you know,
is
this
just the easiest
can't
way
really
to
feel
kill
too
someone.
bad for him. Nice.
I feel
Not
like
a
Faker's
necessity,
playing
but
pretty
it
well
looks
this game.
like they wanna
5-1 in Grub's
putting a
going
lot
to
of
be
pressure
the
on
thing
the map.
here as Dew going to have to flash.
And he's
As
not that
Faker
far
with
behind
a
doing
really
it.
nice top side.
Doesn't
Gideon
know.
looking
Q
to
flash
move in
kills
as
here, I think.
well, and there is.
Oh, what
Doesn't
the
quite
fuck did
find
Lehen
the
just
angle
do?
there on the
I
Poppy
do
right
have.
Yeah, Fisher has been benched for Calyx, who I think was their academy.
The other one is still
Their academy mid.
still an egg. They're
Mikhail's
very cute.
buy
I've been told it's
for
a mountain pigeon.
Keria
I'm
makes
not
sense
into
against
breeding
Varus, Poppy.
myself, so I'm not too
Mikhail's
well
first
Thankfully,
item.
you have G-Sun there to tell
Makes
you
it
what
so
all the
Smash can
different
play with
which
Ghost.
breeds are.
Yeah,
Actually, I like the
have
Ghost
no
tech a
idea,
lot. If your
that
support can build
she was
Mikhail's,
aware,
and you
but
have Ghost on
no,
Zeri,
She knows all.
I feel like you can really
Have you
space
heard
these
of
champs.
Omnipotent?
I do think
Faker just
that,
keeps, you can see the
at
way
this
Faker's
point in
playing
the
this game, right? He's just
being
catching and
almost
moving, catching.
1,000
He's gonna
gold
ult on his
behind
Varus in a
without
second.
really any intervention is not where you want to be as Lahans.
Yeah, Faker gonna look for him here as he holds the seismic shove for a really long time. Gets turned into a little snowman, which is adorable.
And he's gonna lose his bot tower here.
Keeps his cool. Holds on to
Faker's
the
trying
flash.
his best to
Now,
get his
Faker
team.
takes a
Ooh, he's gonna TP there.
big Q there from Gio.
Oh,
at
get
the
him,
same
Doran.
Time as Doran going for it once again. That last needlework not quite going to
Oh,
connect.
get him,
Is
Faker.
everywhere, but Calyx is still going to kill this turret no matter what he does. Let's see whether Faker can finish him off. The
Yeah,
answer
the
is
Azir
no,
is 600
because
gold
there
up
is
from
a
just
sun disc being put
pushing
up.
sides, and
Calyx
Faker's trying to
just going
force on the
stand
map.
down here and
Solo lanes and Nongshim are very strong.
Hard.
yeah,
This game is very
Unfazed.
close.
That was a teleport invested from Faker, by the way.
Good news for
Was
T1.
really looking to deny
Zeri Lulu
that
scaling is
turret
great,
getting
and they have 5 grubs and a
taken.
Drake.
And that's a big
Good
deal.
news for
That means
Nongshim.
that now,
Jace
even
is
if T1
beating the
is
Gwen,
able to
and
pick up the
Azir
next
is scaling
objective,
for
there will
free.
be Calyx, so he doesn't really bother Owner too much.
Yep.
Azir
You've got
positioning
Gio
is
now
quite sketchy here, I
positioned
think.
in the mid lane, Doran on a flank
I don't
angle
like
as
where
the rest
Azir
of
is standing.
Nongshim just going to move
For
down
Nongshim.
to welcome him
Like
to
their
this
carries
fight.
are
It might give
completely
Owner a bit of
split
an
here,
angle
Nongshim.
as Shock Blast will be avoided. Wave.
Smash is on mid wave, they could pop ult now.
Nongshim
Doran.
still holding on to this one, but it should be a 50-50s. He just gets rid of him. And that is just going to be a bit of a burst onto this
That's it,
Rift
man.
Herald as there
Oh
is
my
a
god, he
stolen
actually stole it with
by
5
Owner.
health.
Not gonna be able to pick
Is
up
Owner just the
this
goat of
Azir
stealing or what?
with the Impale, and now Gio comes on over Keria. Gonna have to
played
get
by
himself
Keria.
out of there as Lahens does have the ulti.
Q flash from Lahens. Oh, Smash is dead. What? Lahens smurfed it.
Azir, but it's still feats of strength going
Doran
over to
missed it.
T1. Gideon
Good side
in
step
a
from
lot of
Jaiwu.
trouble as well as Kingen. Gonna have to try and get out of there, but Faker,
Nice
there is
stun.
no way out for
Ooh, this
the
Azir is
Jace.
strong, man.
And now Owner is running from Calyx.
This
but he's
Azir
got a
is
blast
strong.
cone, and
Faker's
Faker
looking
says,
for...
"Get
Oh,
out."
unlucky.
Here's a wall and step behind it.
Pretty
They
well
do
played
so.
from both sides.
What a crazy sequence of
I think
events there.
Jiwoo's
We
movement was
have
good,
the
Lahens' engage was
successful
good,
from Gideon,
Azir was fighting
then
well,
5
Faker
damage
did a lot in that
short
fight.
Because there's no one that can actually damage the
Owner was
objective.
crazy on that
Now
steal.
Alex can't walk up because they don't have banana brush control.
The eye
so he
opens
can't
here for
DPS
Lahens
until
as he
it's
auto
already
attacks.
too late, which means Owner gets it. I think
Look
it
at
was
Faker
Lahens
here, he
that
completely
autoed.
fucks the Alistar. Look,
A
Alistar
little
can't
bit
play the
troll
game.
there.
And
then
Owner...
Lahens
Keria here,
saves this
Mikhail's
fight
ult
because
flashes
they're not
out,
actually able
fine,
to take down
safe.
Keria.
It's just
Smash
Smash
goes over
eating
the
that wall.
Flash
Smash
pulverized
eat
to
the
take
wall.
one of the biggest damage as-
Alistar
and then-
Q...
Oh, Gio's just dead.
Faker is carrying
Faker
this
is
game,
just
I'm
going
not
to
even
murder him
kidding.
underneath his own turret.
Faker is
We
completely
don't
carrying
even
this
get-
game.
Oh, Lahens.
Okay. He's looking
He's
for some sort of
sacrificing
angle here,
everything on the map.
as it's Keria that he's elected to try and
make them win the game.
Own back though.
No flash.
Oh, Kingen, yeah, he comes on over.
Well, able to get
Smash
the
needs to
Herald.
lock
They're
in on his
looking to set up
positioning.
Dragon,
This
and
one
the
was a
play
very
itself
tricky
was
one though.
fine, but it's
I
the
don't really
run-off
want to blame
effect of
Calyx
this
here.
kill on Gio
Smash for that one. on. Because Poppy eat the Lulu, Varus ulted the Lulu flashed out. He eat the wall full HP. He gets Q flash Balistar and dies in the knockup. At minute 15, he's dying in one knockup. That's crazy, no?
Guma gets a pentakill there. I'm not gonna lie. Guma gets a... Shut up.
Caedrel gets a pentakill there as well.
Just being
Fact,
able to take
misery.
whatever they want. I think and stop Owner from
Alright,
being
Tata
frustrating.
comes up.
Just presses it too much
Does
of an
he
issue.
hate
Otacon
Guma
is going to
Yushi? Bro, your
spawn.
name is Barrel's
It's of the
Bath Bomb.
voracious
Shut the fuck
variety,
up.
because we do not have very much action so far this game.
Like, what on
Lehen's
earth?
going to have his back stopped, and maybe he is just dead. He does have his ultimate.
Nah, he lives
so
those.
it might be that one that needs to
Nope,
be
he doesn't live
first,
those.
But he doesn't even want to do that.
I feel like he
Big
should
pick.
have.
Clink.
Maybe.
T1, they're going to back
This
away.
Atakan's too
Calyx
sketchy.
just finished Leandri's. I don't think Smash was quite
feel like they
ready
don't
for
have
that
the
amount of
damage
That's
for the
That's a
Atakan.
big deal because...
All right, playing
Maybe
with fire
Nongshim
here
do
a
it.
little bit as Nongshim's one they
It's
have
just a game
so
of
much
seesaw.
vision around this area, and now with
Azir
the
melts
Leandries,
this.
They have a lot of DPS to try and take this one down as well. No vision given over.
Now, can Giddy Up hit his poppy ult or
A
not?
teleport coming in from the
Oh, they're looking for
Gwen
Smash.
as
He's
the
mega
hands
caught.
right
Oh
on
my
top
god,
of
Smash. What the fuck is that positioning?
And that is a piercing arrow
How is
to
Smash there?
execute the Zeri. They're now losing so much of their DPS in this fight. As now King in positions behind his team, and we're
The
flipping.
smite's all that matters now. Mikhail's,
Corruption,
oh, what a
and
poppy ult by
there
Giddy Up.
goes the jungler in support.
Well played.
They'll take the voracious Otacon door.
Oh my god. Smash was a bit confused there, I think, about how to join.
Yeah,
This positioning from Zeri is really rough.
It's
But
this
I
play
want to
from
say
Lehens
Lehens
that-
is smurfing.
that wins them
The
this
fact that he
fight,
snuck
right?
in
He
here
walks back out of
and got
vision,
behind was really
sneaks
insane.
behind enemy lines,
Really,
and
really well
then
played by
Smash
Lehens.
with
But
flash
what people will
up
say
and
now is like,
flying.
Smash so bad,
And then
replace
that
Guma.
alone, I felt
And you
like
can say
maybe
Smash
with
positioning
the
sucks, but
Otacon
Lehens
being
played that
himself
fucking
to
well.
do it after that
That was an
over
insane
Gideon.
pick by Lehens.
If
Poor
T1
Faker,
if
man.
Owner
He's,
ends up still getting
feel like
this Drake,
Faker's not
you know,
really
if
done
it's
much
a-
wrong
if
this
it's a
game.
smite fight, T1
the
is
game's
gonna
just
be
collapsing
completely
around him.
unfazed, but still
and now he's
skills
900
insanely
gold
well
down,
again.
so people will be like,
Range
oh my
issues is
god,
something
Faker
we're
got
gonna keep going
gapped.
back to, but
How did he get gapped?
Nongshim,
He's
as
literally
well as they've
sacrificing
played
his
so far, I
individual
don't
lead
think
to
have
try and
been the
win the
most
game.
calculating.
Yeah,
I
they're
think
not
the
a soul
thing
point.
that's impressed me the
Big.
most is
No
the
matter
fact
what
that
happens in
Gideon
this chat,
gets on top of him,
of people being
presses
like
steadfast
delusional
presence,
dog shit
and
takes or
then
being annoying or actually being
he
funny,
can't do anything for
there's
the
always that
entirety
one
of the
guy.
team fight means that if they are able to kill
Bro, you
Smash
shut the
at
fuck
the
up.
beginning of every fight, he doesn't just get Mikhail's down to the first CC.
There's always
and
that
run
one
amok.
guy in the midst of it all
Then
who's just sitting there like
I think Nongshim
the shy still
should be able
dog
to get
shit.
something done. Calyx,
I don't think
Why do you
Faker
hate
has
Guma?
been,
Why are you
nearly
Guma
as
biased?
impressive
Why
as
are
he
you
has
this?
been many of his other
Sorry,
seasons.
sometimes the chat is
Thus
great,
far
but
in spring.
the last 2 days, oh my god.
Gio.
this is looking somewhat oppressive.
Flash
If you were
W.
to ask Gio his
Oh, he
opinion, he does
sidesteps
flash
it.
away
You cocky
and has the barrier
motherfucker.
there as well. Headbutt pulverize onto Owner, but he is looking mighty tanky right now. As Smash looking a bit worse for wear. Lehens presses his ultimate
They got
button
Alistar
and has to flash
and
away.
Varus flash.
And that is a lot invested just
That
to
is
get their
fucking
cow
huge
out
for
of the
T1.
slaughterhouse.
Team is
I think
fighting
T1
well.
will win this game.
They've
They
actually been
outscale
able
so
to
hard.
get him back to within touching
T1 can
distance
make
of
4
like
mistakes and they're
300
probably still
gold.
fine.
Who is the main
Like I said, if
character
Nongshim had
on
Ivor
this
and jungle,
team
they would
that is
probably
very
win, but
much
they don't.
King and Calyx, and
Hang on.
honestly, even Gideon
Ooh,
is.
this is a
Oh
this is the
my
kind of
God.
calls that win you the
There
game.
is some
This is a
vision here that
clutch
they
call.
want, but they're just over the wall.
they're
Holy
not-
shit.
They're not clued into this at all.
Yep.
You don't see any pings. It's
Now
a
what you do is
T1
Alistar
Baron.
and Jace and Varus is you just start
They're
showing on
getting
waves.
T1s.
Oh, look at all of the
Oh
vision
my God,
that they
this was such a
avoided.
monster
It's
call.
gone. It's just gone. It's
Wow.
just gone. They are masterminds. They are using T1 strategies against them. Now they're going
T
to
was
get
gonna
the
die
idea
here,
of
though,
what's
I think.
going on, but there goes the
Oh, nice
Baron,
peel
and
by
Lehens
Lehens.
says, Owner,
Wait, he's actually
get
out,
the
maybe?
heck out of here. They might lose their Alistair, but I don't think they're too worried about
Oi.
that one. As goodbye, Gwen.
Okay, Lehens is gonna die.
And the Impale is going to skewer him, but I mean, you can eat a kebab,
Is
but you're not
Azir
gonna win this
TPing bot
game.
here would be crazy.
I gotta stop making the steak reference.
Just fucking
I
push for
really
tier
do.
2 hard.
I needed the second.
It's not gonna do it.
One, I'm like, what? Kebabs? Well,
Maybe Jace gets him himself. Yeah, he does.
that's
Okay.
too expensive.
What
Nongshim
T1 need to
are
do now
looking
is they need to
augment
use
that
this
by increasing
to
this
punish
Rebel
this.
Baron power play, already up to 2k, so they've
Because
got
they're
a
gonna
little
lose their
bit.
top tier 2.
Has been having a great impact on Talia, a lot of
Oh, yeah.
impact in side lanes, looking a lot cleaner.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yes,
Oh,
Flash.
getting engaged on. There's a free double
Wait,
pulverize
Doran went
there
over
as
the
Doran
wall.
pulls himself over. Seismic shove doesn't get Gideon over the wall as he flashes away. Some
Ooh,
knockouts
Smashy.
going through here. As Smash has already grabbed a kill, and Owner, he comes on in, but Lehens has got an unbreakable will, and he's basically
Oh, what
immortal. Kingen gonna take
Oh,
down
what
this
Kingen? What the
Guardian,
fuck?
Gets rid of
Nice play by
Smash.
Faker.
Still, they're able to take down this Jason. Every kill that T1 gets is
Very close.
Pretty
in
nice by
many
Doran there,
occasions. In the end, I think T1, as you say, going to be happy with that trade 2 for 2.
Yo, as this Calyx guy is cocky.
Should be afraid, I do think.
He is
Yeah,
cocky.
there were no rocks
I like
on
it.
the ground, so he's able to
He
shift
just
his way out.
walked up
Never
into
mind,
Faker
trying
and
to get
dodged
the
his
most out
W
of that
melee
buff.
range.
This wall
Why
for
did
Faker
Smash not build
locking
damage?
in means that
What does he
locking
have?
in Kingen means that he ends up dying. I think Calyx was actually actually looking for more there.
Whoa.
Oh, big pick by Faker again, man. Is he gonna die though?
As they push Owner in.
This Poppy ult was so good.
Maybe this is only 2,000.
Wow.
At 30 minutes
This
into
game's
the
quite
game,
fun,
that
actually.
means basically nothing. But
I feel like Nongshim's being really proactive, but T1, the proactivity is just Faker. Other than that, it's just scaling. Holy shit, Kingen has some crazy-ass items. What the hell? 4-item Jace.
We also haven't really seen them lean into the range advantage too much.
Oh, this is gonna
We got a bit of a zoom in here.
Well,
as the shock blast goes wide.
Not if it doesn't hit.
Still there for T1.
If they can get Infinity Edge on Zeri and then LDR, I think Zeri might carry the game alone.
Both up and
Ow. The problem is Barons in 50 seconds, so I don't think they're gonna get those items.
He's gonna go home. I think that
I will say, as much as I was advocating the Ivern pick, the Poppy ult value in this game has been really high. Giddy Up's been inting a bit, but his Poppy ults have been insane. Owner's been eating them like you eat your food. I do like my food.
Fight was good. The other
Alright,
fight's
Smashy,
just
4
a little
items.
bit too trigger happy. Got
Cook 'em.
focused on early. A composition
Cook
for
'em.
T1, particularly with Doran as far behind as he is, does rely on him actually doing this. Kingen!
Oh dear. There's some mist. Doran
Worth got Alistar flash. Good job, Doran.
Love to
Oh,
see it.
this is where the poke Varus is so annoying to
See
play
the rest
against.
of Nongshim, they're going to move on over. There is a Scry's Orb just to make sure that they're not taking this Baron down. And Calyx and Gideon take that as an invitation. Lehens. He could be the target. He does have to use the ult to get out of the
No
Impale.
flash Lehens.
Back there as well as they are
Free kill.
committing to this Baron.
Nongshim is committing.
Doran's
This is
getting
so
over
in by
there, but I
Nongshim.
don't know
Oh
whether
my
they're
god,
gonna be
Giddy
able to
Up.
do this in time, as Owner is relatively
T1
low,
win this.
and they're still
Surely.
on this Baron. Owner is gonna have to
Oh,
flash
smelt
out,
up big by
but there
Smashy.
goes Calyx, and it's Smash that's being the hero. The Baron will be locked down by Nongshim, and now they really want to get out of there. All that wild growth from Carrier says no to King, and Njiu's on the wrong side of the map. Gideon,
Smashy clutched it by killing Azir,
Baron
but then
left
he kind of counter clutched it.
There
Okay,
goes
nice,
the
he got
kill,
him.
and T1
Wait, is that over? Yeah, that is over, I think.
okay.
Not even close,
Is
Atlas.
it?
Yeah,
I did not expect the Infinity Edge power spike to be that big a deal. As, they do not...
Maybe it is over, yeah.
tanking
15?
a little bit.
Yeah, it's over. Or?
Yeah, it's
13?
too-
Yeah.
I don't think Calyx is going to be able
They
to
have
kill
5
this
grubs.
minion wave.
Well, you will
And they
maybe
got
get
5
Wow.
There's the next one. Right, the
Well,
next one is
T1
Combat
scaled.
in, that's just it.
Yep.
I think Lehens misplayed the last sequence there quite hard. Like,
as well, and T1
he did just die.
rip victory from the jaws of
And then they played to
defeat in
finish.
Game 1. I don't think that there's going to be
Who's
too
player
much
of the match?
celebrating
Bro,
in
player
the
of the
T1
match
booth
is
after that
Faker,
one, but
hands
a
down.
win is a win,
Faker
Chronicler.
gets player of the match, 10 out of 10 there. Anyone else gets it, it's
Just come
absolutely
down
criminal.
To Nongshim. First game.
So Lehens
Just
inted.
amazing. I think the biggest
Because I don't know what
problem
Lehens is
for
doing
Nongshim
here.
is due, even though he did do
After
a
the
fair bit of
mid-wave
damage, it
dies,
was not nearly as much as what
he's
King
like
was
walking
able
up
to
like he wants to
provide.
fight.
And I thought Calyx's damage was going to
So he walked up way too far.
No notes.
Yep.
2 thumbs up.
So
No,
Lehens
played a
dies.
fantastic game.
He did also do
And
a lot
here
of
I think
dying
Calyx
for
gets
damage
really dizzy.
maximization, which
I don't know if
think
it's because
is
I think it's probably because it's his LCK debut, but he kind of freezes here, the Azir. He just freezes when Zeri does this.
Gwen doing only 1.5k more damage.
Like here,
than
this
Skarner.
sequence, I think he's just frozen a bit
Yeah,
in
Gwen
what to
being
do.
the corpse dragged across the line is really a weird situation here. As it's time for us to take a
He
short
just
break. When
dies.
we get back, the space gonna break it
And
down
then
we'll have
Smash
game
here
number 2. See
leashes
you
the
there.
Baron for Gideon while trying to kill him at the same time. And then he just cleans up. Bit of a tricky game for T1, but they made it happen. I think their draft was quite strong. Nongshim is red side, yeah. Kalista, Victor Ben, Yone Ben. I mean, T1 will 1-2 Xin Zhao instantly, especially with Poppy out
Yeah.
and Talia out. They will 1-2 Xin Zhao Ari, that is just what will happen. And Bessa Ben. I mean, they could just ban Vi here and look for Xin Zhao Ari 1-2. Or they could give Vi and play Xin Zhao Ari into it. Till they ban the Vi. You can pick Sejuani, but yeah, Xin Zhao denial is better. Xin Zhao Ari would have been a slam. Now they could... They could take the Sejuani themselves here, T1. Or they could just play like a Lilia game. What other AD jungler could you play? You could play Viego. You could deny the Ari. There's the Sejuani. The Sejuani opens up Sylas on 3, so I'd much prefer if they picked AD carry on 2. But what AD mid counters Ari?
It is for me, Camille and
Or
Jack
actually no, you can play...
are
What am I saying? You play Sylas on 3 into Ari.
As both
You
of
see
them
the good AD carry champ
exceptionally
here.
well with the
Or a
Sejuani,
flex.
they wanna play randomly.
Or
The,
Gnar top
Xin
blind,
Zhao
that
is very
works.
strong, very comfortable
Yeah.
blind, but doesn't. This is
Now it will be a
spark
mistake for
joy.
Calyx
Not
to
a lot
pick
of joy
Ari here.
Mid-laner
Ash is
to
good,
get
now
down
pick
pick
top
for
maybe?
Faker.
Oh my god, he's gonna take the
That is-
Sylas.
yeah, Gnar is already picked.
I mean,
Now,
that kind of
Sejuani has
walks
some
into
pretty good ults
Aurora.
already being represented, and you could see Calyx
Or
counting
Tristana.
there. He did 1-2. He locks it away. I
Okay,
don't
so
know
he
whether
takes the
that's what he was
Sylas
doing at all.
blind.
what it felt like.
It is what it looked like.
What are you thinking, Faker?
You still get Ash Sejuani.
You gonna drop yourself and just pick AD here?
Hey,
And go 4-pick?
As
Pick Renata.
is going to be picked.
Oh, Faker Rise, of course. How did I forget about Faker Rise? Faker Sylas, Faker Rise, iconic. Brown Nautilus, man. What are you playing to Rel? That's T1. Rakan banned.
I actually think that's really smart.
So Rel is the only engaged support next to Leona now.
The downside to Kai'Sa, obviously,
And Ashe, Leona, Sylas
laning
sounds
to Ashe
kind of
can be
mid.
quite tough.
They
You have a
take
lot of
the
setup,
MF
so I
or the
think that
Jhin.
both MF
I'm
and
surprised
Jhin
they
make a
don't
lot of
just
sense.
take the
Jhin
Rel
does
on
well.
4.
Follow
What
up,
does Rel
Jhin
run into right now?
obviously,
Oh yeah,
also
Carrier
quite
doesn't
solid
play that much
lane.
Rel, does he? He doesn't really like it.
To both Ashe
Carrier's
and
not a big
Zinzo,
Rel
that can
fan.
be a little to just
I think
function
Lehens could
regardless
slam a
of
Rel
that.
here.
And then
I feel like their
Leona
comp's gonna look a
I
bit
think
weird
makes
though. I feel like they might need like a
a lot of
Scion or an
sense,
Ornn or
given
some
that the
shit.
Braum has it from
Galio
the MF
top?
pretty reliably.
Wait, Galio mid Sylas
Galio
top?
would be very-
Or is it Galio
they were
support?
to lock.
Sylas top.
It
Yeah,
is Sylas
that's
top.
gonna be. So
The
it's
Oh my
Sylas
god,
top,
what the fuck
for
have
King in
Nongshim just
here,
cooked?
which early on
What
is
the
buff,
hell have they just
but
done?
yeah, post-same
Practicing
Oh
Sylas
my
solo queue
god.
recently. Like, this is
There's
not
definitely
like
a
new
support
thing.
champ
This
that
is something
eats
people have
everyone
been
here.
waiting to bring
They have
out
4
for
melee
quite some
champs and
time,
an
it was
Ashe.
an
Oh,
many
Nico
moons
does
ago
eat.
as
Does already have,
Nico
like,
does
50
cook that a bit.
Yeah,
Whose comp do you
Uh,
prefer?
I'm with you though.
I mean,
So,
I'll just describe the
Nico
comps
me,
to
I
you.
think the idea is obviously with
Left
the
side
cloning
draft
and
runs
catch
at you
tools,
and
also are
attacks
playing
you
into two
from
short-range
every
characters, both
angle
Lace
and
Ashe
full
kind of
sends
to
it
walk
with
up,
their melee
where
champs
Nico can
and tries
really
to kill
use
you.
the fact that she
Right
has
side
a
comp
generally
holds you
great time,
with
when
their
she's
hand
not
like
severely
this,
outranged, which
and
isn't
your
the
arms
case
need to
here.
be long enough to be able to
Then we
hit me, otherwise if I keep my hand
have
on your
the
head,
top
you're
lane matchup
cooked.
to look forward to.
And I think
When it
the
comes
left
to the
side's
skirmish,
comp's
though, like
arms
the
aren't long enough.
3v3 of
I think
Galio,
right side
Zinzo,
just-
Sylas,
Right side
something
just
a little
wins.
disgusting.
wide.
Imagine how to trade. Oh, I was
he's-
about to say,
yeah,
if he
going
hits
for it
the
again.
chain.
Yeah, and he does. That's the solo! And the flash down!
Sure, it would have
Oh
been
my
some,
god, Doran,
some
man.
rough crit heavily.
Come on,
right? There
Doran,
was
we
at
can't
least,
be doing this. We can't be getting solo killed by
a
King
lot
and
of reasons
Sylas
for
top
why
at
he
level
was
2.
in the position
We're
that
here
he
to
was in.
win
The map was
worlds,
being
my
split,
cuh.
Oh,
Oh
God.
god.
No
There's no
shot.
flash.
It's gone from bad to worse, ladies and gentlemen, as Doran's level 3, and he's just dead. Gideon, was that
Oh
like
my
a
god,
level up?
he is
Oh,
so
no, he
fucking
got the
fried in
jump
top lane.
right.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah, that
Top
couldn't be going
is
worse.
completely
He didn't blow the
cooked.
teleport, there's that.
Top is so fucking
He just
cooked.
walked it back.
Yay.
It's
So there's the
absolutely
silver
on
lining. I
fire.
was looking for it towards the top side
Well,
of the map, 500 gold, the lead.
Maybe
as
it's
a
not that bad
result.
for Doran. On the second death, he had TP.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
play
bot
the
is being
ult
pushed
when
in.
Gnar can't ult.
Faker's chilling.
Yes,
Faker
and
is just holding
again,
mid push.
Oh my god. Is
That's
at least
okay,
on the
Owner's
top half of
pathing
the map,
top.
so we'll see if he can
He
fix
should
the
be okay,
wave,
I think,
but-
Doran.
So it's
It's just
also
now he
because
needs to be
with
careful.
Sylas,
Right now.
once you get
Right now.
enough
The next 5
ability
seconds.
haste, like the chain is basically just not on cooldown.
Oh god, if he lands another chain, and it could be all over, as Owner is coming on up, and Kingen not overextending. Oh, unless he is, yeah. He's
Owner!
gonna get
Owner!
executed.
Hola!
Owner comes in.
Big
and
save.
takes that
Doran
one
save
as a
now.
freebie.
Doran save.
Maybe in there
That
for
was
good old
completely int by Kingen.
Dortra
But I feel like this series, Faker and Owner are so 1v9, it's crazy. It's like they're running around putting fires out everywhere.
That means they would be 2v8 Caedrel. If you went to school and did maths, you would understand that 2 is a number, and if there's 2 people, then it's not 1.
Swap into loose
Out of the first
scrubs.
set. Jew not going to get doubled up on.
That is
here
not
in
good,
this
chat.
top lane. Jew as well.
Behind you, they're
should
behind
know.
you.
They should know at this point, though. But maybe not. We'll see. I don't think they're
Hola!
ready.
Yeah.
No flash on
gonna get
Owner.
Spotted here, but does spot out the
Missed the W from
Nongshim as
Xin Zhao.
well as Lehens.
Merc treads,
Faker Rise,
Alex
baby.
doing way
Faker
better.
Rise, no flash.
Yep,
Need to be
1v1,
careful a
and we
bit
still
of
saw both
Xin
of them
Zhao.
shadowing towards the top half of the map.
Doran, your
because
game is
Faker
recovered and
also
saved. No more
clearly
inting.
knew that something wasn't quite
Ooh,
okay,
I don't know if...
ooh,
Okay.
area. I
I'm not
assume
sure if
not
that was a
having his
kill,
phone available.
but...
And
Hello.
yeah, Jew is going to get spotted.
The other
And
bush
one
has
is
an
not
amazing
out.
outfit.
Remember, yeah, Lehens is there. Does manage to get the cleanse this time around as the repel going to avoid the snare coming on through from Carrier.
There's no way
as
Bot is
Doran
diveable, right?
with the knife
Oh,
just
one-shot him,
flashes
one-shot
on
him.
top of Kingen. Can he get the ult off? The answer is yes.
Doran!
Tanking it up and will go down. I think this is just
Well,
Kingen being
not the worst for
2-0
Kingen.
and being again,
Well, Faker's winning his lane.
Dragon that
The MF is so weak right now. The MF needs a BF sword base.
in from Faker, but
It's
it should be
6
the first
scrubs to
grub
Nongshim.
being taken at least. It's the rest of T1
Maybe
wanting
Ono
to
can
fight
steal
for
one.
this. 3 versus 3, but it's a flanking Lehens. And Calyx is lying in wait as well, so 5 grubs going to be the answer.
Yeah, that arrow was a bit bad.
Wide, as there is a cocoon to interrupt the bullet time. Ona now getting a bit of a heal.
Carrier, no
the
flash.
knockup comes through with the pop blossom. Still the heroic charge, not going to be enough, and Carrier
Lehens is trying to solo kill Smash.
Calyx grabs that one, and there's the Justice Punch onto Faker. Lehens looking for a little bit more as they want to take.
Oh, he just missed the rise.
The taunt doesn't work.
Oh, just
and
missed.
Faker gets everyone to
Just
safety.
missed the rise. I feel like, yeah, I feel like Lehens is playing really well this series. I think Faker is playing really well this series. I actually think Calyx, even though Faker is playing well, is having a solid debut, I would say. Or like solid, like first game of the year.
Oh, right on the
Yeah,
edge of the
Sejuani
taunt.
did Q him, but he was just out of range. I mean, Faker could have also just ulted and ran away, you know, and just let them get ulted.
An awkward spot. Lehens going to turn up though, and they're looking to play aggressively. They will get the cleanse out.
Ooh, Lehens no flash, but Nico nulled. Wait, Smash is dead. Wait, they're just 2v2 killed.
And there is nothing they could do about it.
And Doran's just one-shot. Oh, nice flash.
Ulti going to miss as King and will go down at the end.
Get him,
of
Owner!
But
Owner's response to these plays is very good.
Gideon, and that's going to even it out for T1. They'll take a little bit more. Wind becomes lightning. There's a nice little heal there from Gideon as he's just fighting as best he can, but the damage is going to be there from Ona.
So Lehens didn't die on the back end of that. Yeah, not enough damage to insta one-shot.
Already low, so him taking aggro, it feels like a necessity because the fact that he needs to go in for
even if they one-shot him, actually, if they one-shot him, they would have gotten out, yeah. Nongshim will make it to Worlds this year. Listen, there's 5 LCK teams that will go to Worlds, but there's only 4 spots. It's DK, Genji, HumLife, T1 and Nongshim. Those are the 5 teams that can go, I think, right now. From like skill level. So one of those teams is going to miss.
And so now
we all know it's going to be Nongshim, okay?
The Rift Herald should be the next.
We all know it.
On the top side.
Why do you guys hate DK so much? What a good team, DK. I hate you, so I hate DK. Is that how that works?
Yeah, it's fun. I love Urgot. I think he's such a fun champion when he works as
oh, Carrier not going to quite find it. Immediately has to
Carrier,
flash
that was
the arrow.
rough to watch. That was really tough to watch.
cannon, so that's a night and day.
Carrier protesting.
Kind of crazy.
I think what T1 have realized is why don't we just put Faker into this Silas? I think oh, I don't know if this is a dive. It's gonna have to be a few sequences to dive.
He really wants someone to pick up turret aggro before he throws out the ulti.
Well, and that's here. That makes it a lot faster.
Ulti of his own. He finds it. James! As Smash gonna have to flash for it, and he does pick up.
Okay, they got him, but they dropped a lot of mid push for that.
Maybe that I said that wrong.
I think Nongshim's still winning in this play.
And it did. Nongshim are gonna
they
win
have
out
6
on
scrubs.
the play. Still, they're able to defend, and Gideon is able to take the Rift
Ooh,
Herald.
TP behind from Faker.
And taking a lot of damage. Teleport in from Faker is gonna get him towards this top side.
The Galio ult out was very smart. Good Galio ult.
But still, it is the Galio being able to make it out relatively safe. I say safe, as they do get the taunt onto Faker here. Pop Blossom comes out from Carrier, who was pretending to be...
The TP is coming in from Kingen. I think the extended fight is winnable here for Nongshim. Let's see.
Is seeing what he can get done here. There's Kingen to lock down the first one. Chains land onto Owner. Smash taken.
Nice Q by Kingen. Owner flashes. Carrier no sums.
And Doran cannot catch up here as Carrier going down exceptionally low, or at least looking like he did as he was transformed. Still, Calyx is
TP
going
from
to fall.
Doran.
Looking to try and get out.
Slow misses. I thought Kingen could just kill the Nico there, but instead he turned around. Man, Nongshim's comp is so weird. I feel like they're just slowly... I feel like they're against the clock, you know? I feel like they're just running out of time. They put themselves on such a big timer. Game 1 and Game 2.
We're not done fighting.
They have to keep fighting.
Ona lying in wait. We've got a Rift Herald coming down as well, as it is going to be Gideon
nice try.
controlling the ulti, controlling the dragon, sorry.
Does T1 want this fight?
Now they're going to have to possibly get themselves out of here. Let's see whether they can.
What the fuck? That said Sejuani ult. Is that a spectator bug? It is, right?
And T1, I think it's going to land.
It's crazy that he has Sejuani ult, but it's a Nico ult. It's a spectator bug, I think. I love it how Kingen engaged onto jungle mid and Doran's the one who dies. Chat, I know that Nico was in Sejuani form when he took the ult. I'm saying that it's a spectator bug, that it shows that it's a Sejuani ult, right? In game it shows his Nico ult. There's no way in game it shows a Sejuani ult. I refuse to believe that. They want that top tier too, but I don't think they can get it.
On the top side for Nongshim, as Carrier seeing whether he can defend his control. Not going to quite.
Man, Owner is so strong. I feel like he's the glue holding this game. Atakan force. Nongshim got bored.
Well,
It is just gone. It's a
health
monster
there,
play by
focusing
Nongshim,
it.
actually.
Yeah, I don't know whether Owner's going to be able to
What
get
is that
it.
timing?
He does!
Oh
And
my
he
god.
steals it
Fucking
away.
hell, Owner.
Highway
Owner, stop it.
robbery here
Owner,
from
stop it.
T1 is now
Owner.
Gideon. Gets
Oh,
the
Kingen!
flash. Kingen gets the flash in.
Oh my god,
He takes
Kingen.
down the Nico
Carry has
immediately.
one
There's
shot.
the knock-up.
Doran
Onto
evolves.
Faker. He is
Maybe too
completely
far from
taken
Gideon.
out.
Oh my god, Doran, what the hell did you just
He
do?
will be taken
Kinda
by
worked.
Doran,
Kingen's
but
gonna
Faker's
die.
still
Faker's
in
gonna
trouble,
die.
and there is the taunt to
Galliot,
finish
is
him
it up
off.
or not?
Doran
He does
goes
have
down
it.
as Jew gets his hands
Reposition.
on
Owner has
this
flash.
Gnar, and over the wall comes Calyx, or at least
No sums
he
on
tries
Smashy.
to. Not going to be able to there.
What?
They'll settle for a kill under the misfortune. Only
Bro, Owner
left
is trying
standing.
his
How
hardest,
many
his
of
absolute
these,
hardest to make this
these
game playable for
kills will they
T1.
actually able to
I
pick
feel
up, though?
so
That's the
bad.
big croon all
But Nongshim
around
are on
the
sole
place, and
point
the
now.
third Drake.
So Faker Riseled here to reposition. But that Riseled means that Kingen
I thought Owner couldn't get in. He can.
takes
Nongshim
Gnarled,
again.
comes
So
back
don't
down.
quite have the damage, but
He's
this play from
well
Kingen
played by
sets
Kingen.
up the
So
fight.
Nico is out the
Three-man
fight, but the
ultimate.
MF ult is strong.
the
But look at
other
Doran's
little
evolve here. What does
wall
Doran
there,
do?
he
He
also
evolves,
stunned
jumps
Owner.
backwards,
Yeah, that's the
flash
extra
ults,
three-man,
W
and
into the
Gio
wall,
actually lands
kills
getting his
Elise.
life.
I
Very
think it's
nicely
chased
done.
down and just
Kingen
dies to
stalls for
Gio,
good
I
on
guess.
That flash from Smash. And that ends
Yeah,
up
I
being
think
the
Kingen did a
difference
lot
maker.
that
Nicely
fight.
done there.
A bunch
Carrier,
of
there's
these
one more
petals.
flower.
They're
Carrier.
basically even. Nongshim, I'm pretty
Carrier.
sure, is also or was also at exactly 26.
All right. So not exactly end of the world as in comes Owner,
Big
and they
pick.
are just going to kill the hens. He does repel, gets on
Oh
the
my
Mega
god,
Blast,
what?
Owner, never mind, they don't kill the hens, they try to kill the hens. And Lehens says no. As there's
Oh, good
on
taunt
to
by...
Carrier here, who's-
Well played,
That's a
Calyx.
colossal smash to the noggin.
Well
and
played.
instead of Lehens, the
Very
third
well
table.
played.
This Nico pick is
18-year-old kid rocks
not
up.
quite working out.
Playing versus
Atlas
T1.
has,
He played a
Owner
little
can
bit of
just
LCK
steal
Summer
Nash,
last
and
year.
then they get
Ah, right, yeah, that's actually a really good game plan. Mind control them into taking the Baron.
So it's not
Lehens,
technically not his debut.
Possibly in trouble. Smash could be in the wrong spot now, though, as Faker is realm warped in. Gideon engages on top of him. The rest
Oh my
of
god,
T1 a little
Owner's just
bit
getting
too
fried.
far away, though.
Wait,
And
T1
now
gonna lose
goes the
Nash.
jungler. Arrow also narrowly be hopped here by Doran. Ladies and
They
gentlemen,
need a good
this is
MF
what
ult here,
I'm
but it's too
discovering.
late. It's
That was
already
the
gone.
game plan.
Kingen has Gnarled,
God,
it's gone.
Kingen also has a Gnar ultimate here.
Oh my god, Owner, I'm sorry.
Nongshim
I get it.
went
I know
for
if
a
you win
fight
this
that
game,
just
you get
went
promoted
completely
in your
awry. They
promos, but
started the second Baron and it was
you're
a
2-2 in
complete
promos
disaster.
and you get
This time,
this. Oh
though,
my god.
Realm Warp,
I
but
think Owner
Lehens
saw the
is
Rise
really
ult and was like,
actually
okay, let's
locking
go.
them down
And then
really hard. And Gio, when
then
he's
he realized,
uncontested,
wait,
can obviously
there
just
was-
shred down Owner.
there was only one of
This
you?
all goes back.
I'm not
gone
Unk.
live, right? Not able to actually show up to the fight, not having the pop loss.
Oh, Owner thinks that he's found an angle, but instead it's Lehens that cocoons him
Poor
up.
Owner.
The rest of T1 are turning up, but Gideon is ignoring them. Wind becomes lightning. Owner is going to get taken down so incredibly low as King.
Oh, the moment! Oh, no.
Now T1
I'm not 30 years old. I'm not. I'm in my 20s.
With these, I think mainly because he likes playing Gnar. And so he's pretty good at it in general. Doran has a Gnar in perfect position, though, as Calyx gets engaged on.
Nice
He just
stopwatch
goes
by
into his
Calyx.
Zhonya's, though. That's going to buy a lot of time here as they take
Really nice stopwatch.
the Soul. And Chemtech Soul is going to help them so much. Look at these health bars already prepared as the
Oh,
top blossom
Carrier.
does nothing, but the Gnar does everything from King and Bullet.
That's a
Time
nice MF
is
ult,
just
but the
gonna
double.
get
Everyone has
immune
Zhonya's.
by the two members of
Everyone has a
Nongshim, and
stasis.
the Realm Warp does work, but it just tries to buy time. It just tries to get them out of there, and T1 is still going to die. And we
Everyone has
are
a
then gonna
stasis.
go to three.
In game one,
They had
it
3
wasn't
stopwatches and a
quite
Sin
enough.
ult.
The Baron ended up being their downfall.
Well played by
Start of the
Nongshim,
fight
really well
with
played.
Gideon getting chunked. I was worried.
Oh, Doran
But
dropped
I
7
needn't
deaths.
be as Nongshim knocking
Almost
down
in
the
bounce
Nexus.
numbers.
Amazing stuff.
Big win by Nongshim.
As far as bounce backs are concerned, good old
Really well played by Calyx and Kingen.
What was it, 5?
Kind of
It was the
running
first
the
pick.
show,
It was the first pick.
well, because
Vi,
there was a lot of
Calyx,
back and
Tazaya.
forth.
Any Maokai
My team
enjoyers?
really looked that clean.
Yeah, Victor.
Like a decent game
Kaisa
plan, as that's a
Ari.
lot of
The
penalty
thing with
space after
Ari is
that one.
Ari
Is it
needs
like
good
the
AD
Fury?
jungle.
You gotta pick
Needs.
something that pairs aggressively well with
Yeah.
Now.
as
Need
would be
need a
expected.
Nefiri, need a
It's like
Viego,
Nefiri,
need a
Lee, Jarvan. That's kind of
Jarvan.
what your ability is there.
Ooh.
That could
Bow
I
shout
think
out.
Jarvan-
That
So
feels
what they're
like
doing
putting
here is they're
Doran
saying
in
we're gonna
jail.
pick a
Well,
good
he
tank because we
should
have
be,
Victor, and you need to
unfortunately,
pick an
after those
AD
first two
jungle on
games,
3.
and
So that
again,
means we can ban tops when we
I
blind Sion.
wanna
And if you pick a
really
top,
give
then you're gonna
Doran
lose AD
credit where
junglers.
credit is due. I think Doran
If
is
mid gets matched by mid, gets
generally
matched by
not
AD, and then you match AD
given
and
the
another role,
respect that he deserved over
that
the
they're
last
probably
couple
gonna pick,
years.
then you can
Thus
force
far,
a
though,
hand,
in
right?
LCK has been
Kingen, just
winning
pick
a good
Yorick
amount of
on
LCK
3.
titles,
Pick
has
Yorick
been
here.
known to be a very consistent
it.
player. Solo
Or
killed by Kingen
Aatrox.
is not
King and
really part
Aatrox.
of that. that. He
I would pick top.
So I like the
I know
Viego
King in here would say, yeah, I can go
pick,
Yorick, Camille, Aatrox, you can
also
drop me.
because
No.
it takes it away
Pick
from
Aatrox.
Viego. I don't
Pick
think it
Yorick
really
now.
works with this comp at
Whatever
all.
it is.
So it definitely
They're
is
dropping.
something where you really do.
This is what I
So now
thought
T1
Owner
can
was
ban
going to
tops,
pick,
right?
actually.
Like
Yeah.
100%
Nocturne into
because
Sion.
Viego,
I feel like
when you
Nongshim's
look at
getting a bit
junglers that are
cooked
Yeah,
here.
double reset.
Need a really strong top laner. The good news is they can ban ADs, right? But what ADs do you ban? Jhin, Zaya, Ezreal. Guys, I would ban Aatrox. I would do it. Why aren't they banning tops? Nautilus ban. Wait, have they banned Nautilus on the second phase every game? Have they done it every game? Yeah, if they go Aatrox here and Shen on 5, I think they're chilling. What else did they ban? They ban... Oh, they have to ban Rel as well then, no? What if they ban Blitzcrank and then they just... No, I don't know if Lehens play Spike. Yeah, they do ban Blitzcrank. Oh my god, they're gonna play like a fucking fisting session bot matchup. Oh, Lehens, this is not gonna be fun. This is not gonna be fun.
That's a classic.
Just do it. Jinx, Gragas. Why do they ban Jinx Tam? Bro, T1's draft direction makes me dizzy.
Coming on through, but it's into
Jinx
Rakan.
Tam.
Isn't Rakan often picked as like
Aatrox,
an
I'm
answer to the
telling you,
top
this
camp
champ
because,
here
you know, you want to be
on
standing next to
5,
each other
it
and
goes
stuff.
absolutely ballistic. Isn't Sion good against GP? I thought Sion is really good into GP. Well, not really good, you know, but like really chilling.
It's really going to skew
This
things
draft made
if
me
they
very
are gonna
dizzy.
be
This is
playing
one of the
Gilligan.
drafts
Not to
where I'm
mention
like, what
Killer
the fuck
Instinct
is going
from
on?
Design.
Every AD jungler I could think of, the one that I would not choose is Nocturne against Sion Viego.
Yeah, he's
This
game
matchup for Ahri is not...
like you were saying,
I don't know, it's not that fun to play, I think.
The edge.
Is he playing Midnight Ahri skin? Wait, he's last hitting so well.
Very satisfying.
Oh my god, he almost last hit it perfectly there. That's the Spirit Blossom skin? It looks like Midnight Ahri. I think Ahri has more skins than I have competitive wins at this point, so I'm not really surprised. Why does someone in the chat say Kingen is keying Doran? What are you on about? Yeah, the thing with Jinx Tam is you just have to stay together. I feel like T1 is just slowly winning the game. Ahri, Nocturne, Kai'Sa doesn't really... I think Nongshim overcooked. He is playing the worst Sion skin possible though, I will say that. I think slow game is great for T1. Blue side just wins, yeah. When in doubt, pick Sion, Jinx Tam, Victor and Scale. Almost 20 CS lead bot. Look at top though, this GP pick is like... I feel like Sion just ignores him and pushes him in though, like I don't see how this is a big counter. I get that GP scales nicely, but Sion scales great as well.
You know, following up on any sort of skirmish, Nongshim always need to be careful of the follow-up. Speaking of follow-up, Cannon Barrage coming in immediately as there's the Devour used, but the knockoff keeps them in place.
They can kill Smash as well, maybe.
The Flame Chompers
Oh,
with
barrier
the
was good.
value as it's knocked
Oh,
out.
Calyx! Oh my god, is that Calyx from the side, man?
Spirit rushes out and then dies.
Well, he died.
The bottom lane.
Yeah, the GP ult is powerful. The good news is Jinx still has flash.
Yeah. Lehens now moving on over here as Calyx trying to avoid
Ahri
his
didn't...
gravity
Oh my
well.
god, Faker, you're so
Red Edge
cocky.
is not quite going to work out.
You're
Here
so
as the charm
cocky.
will connect onto Faker.
You're such a rat.
No versus two here.
Bro just aura walked? Yeah, he did.
On over Gideon. Looking for this fight once again.
Owner keeps
Off a
yoinking
fresh
his camps on
buy, but
cooldown.
Still going to miss out on the
Sunfire Cape Sion, Dan's game.
Going to lose a shield.
Why is Sion not proxying?
And
What does Baus build on Sion? I swear he gets like Titanic and something else and he does so much damage. So when is this becoming a good matchup for GP? I know that he's scaling for free, but like, Sion is the unkillable Demon King. He's been under his tower the whole game.
Kind of run the fights later on.
Carrier face checking Gideon here. He will get a little bit frightened as we can see. Lehens turning up as well as the quickness comes down. They do manage to get a charm, but the rest of T1, they're turning up faster, and there's
they
the
got Sion
teleport
TP.
in as well from the Sion. Flame Chompers will be eaten, and
But
so
they
is
lost Lehens.
Lehens.
I'm confused why he went for that.
Ono looking to come on over, gets that
I think he thought that
transformation
Kai'Sa
as
was
the Viego,
closer.
of course.
Well, they
Smash
kinda
looking
need to
pick up
die
his
of them
mini
bot,
wave and
otherwise
crash
Sion's
another one
cooked.
forward.
Matching King and right now Faker's on his way, but we'll see if this works.
Yeah,
What, that hit?
Right on the edge of the queue.
That
Down
hit?
goes the Nocturne and the punch just got
Maybe that is the best
everything out of
skin.
that trade. So,
Realistically,
it
without
felt to me like he
glazing,
was
do you think
almost
Baus
out
is
of
the
it.
best Sion in the world?
But you can
I think mechanically,
never trust the sign Q hitbox.
Baus is the best Sion in the world, yeah.
It's a little bit naughty.
Like the way he
Early
plays the
game's
champ
looking really good.
and the
as,
windows he
it's
finds,
Lehens
crazy
about
good.
too much because he's getting
I think if
zoned off.
Kai'Sa was closer here and
I'm
could
kind
ult
of
onto the
wondering, I
Rakan
feel like
knockup and they
Gideon
could
dies
one-shot
here even if
Pumpkin,
this Q doesn't hit,
playable.
but maybe not. Not 100%.
Yeah, see, he thought he was out of it.
But like looking for an ult again.
Yeah, and there it is. Once again, it's the paranoia to come on out. They get the knock up there as
Oh,
well.
they had the fear on Jinx tethered.
Is very healthy.
But they don't have the damage.
The
And now it's just games slowly falling out of your hands.
Explode for a lot of damage.
Getting outscaled, losing the 3v3s, not enough damage. It's getting an aura. They did get 3 flashes out of T1 though.
So it's a bit of a shame that
Zion.
hit the mark the way
I feel like
on the
Faker's
previous
just been
one.
pushing mid all game, dancing on him.
With
I also just feel like in the new Rod of Ages meta, damage is like, I don't know what the word is. It's like a lot harder to land now that all these mid laners are building Roa. Because you lost another target that you can kill. GP ult is about to deal 1400 damage per person when he bases. Solarbacka, you're just a gangplank lawyer, that's it. You're a GP lawyer. That all you're doing here is you're just gonna stroke your snake when GP gets a quadra kill, but it's not gonna happen. And it's gonna be useless all game. Nongshim need to force him now. They need a fight, but T1 won't give it to them.
Yeah.
T1 are giving it to them.
Turret going to be secured.
Of course they are.
Going on in there. As Lahansi can see, really wanted to
Only
find
way
an
to
angle.
lose this
They
fight,
dive
what does T1 do?
onto Carrier, who does have the great
fight.
health, eats it and still goes down the tree.
Oh!
He's going to
Big
land
Sion!
double knock
Oh,
on
Big
the
Sion with Smashy in the backline!
Smash is
Wow,
going to get
Nongshim,
CC'd
the fight
by
looks so
Lahans.
won until
One
Doran
more
rocked up with
required,
Smash.
But look at this, T1. They just said,
Wait,
"We've
why
got
don't we
a
just put Doran on
train,
tanks
and we
more
will
often?"
just run you over."
Oh, he didn't get the
Don't
eyeball
even
either.
get
Oh
it.
no,
Oh,
G.
no.
Yeah, Solarbacka, what can GP do in fights like that if Sion does that, huh?
Atlas.
Zion.
Yeah, Havoc's best.
King and got me, Snake is out.
Nongshim plays
Wait,
up to
Mods, did you
T1.
time him out for that?
T1 is still able to put them
What the
down.
fuck?
Game and
I'm not gonna say the line because it is actually just done. T1 picked the
Yeah.
most like, haha, you're not gonna do anything in this game, buddy, and we're gonna outscale you for free comp ever. And to be honest, respect, it's a good comp.
I guess it's fine.
It's a tale as old as time. 2 scaling hyper carries with a Tahm Kench and a tank top lane. It's a tale as old as time. Oh my god, Solarbacka, GP's level 13 with 2 items. Is he gonna... Nope, he's fucking useless. He's also changing his playlist because if he's trying to find a montage song... Oh, he's found it.
King and actually he's taking real damage. In comes the Kai'Sa to try and help out as well as the barrels are connecting. He just wants to get to a good position, but doesn't have the ulti anymore. As the knock-up comes down, but he is still going to die, ladies and gentlemen. The trial is by fire.
Okay, you got him. Why aren't they doing Tatakan?
T1, they're faking
What are you
the
doing in the
knockdown
drafts?
take.
Well, I think Nongshim has 3 losing lanes, and they get outscaled, and they lose fights past minute 15. It's a aura. It's a aura. I like this T1 comp a lot. I haven't seen a comp like this year.
Mid lane,
I haven't seen Tahm Kench this year, I guess.
similarly-
Bro, so for some reason Solarbacka is saying that he unironically thinks Nongshim can win this game.
Doing good.
How? How?
to see it. If you're an
Impossible.
Honor fan. Nongshim, again, not out
Impossible.
of it. Gio is about to hit his
GP can't
Nashers.
carry this. If GP carries this game, you can slap my ass and call me Susan, because there is no fucking way
Then see Gideon with a second.
GP carries shit here.
And all this time.
The only weird thing about this whole game is there's one dragon at 23 minutes taken. One Drake at 23 minutes.
Do that as well. As Kingin,
You get
he's
GP
gonna
coaching
try
from me?
and go for it once again.
I don't need GP coaching from you, Solarbacka. I'm already a god tier GP.
Doran not going to be able to get the ulti to work out as the immediate
So
forward flash
Nongshim have
comes
realized,
through. Cannon Barrage
aha,
says that there
we
is
can't
no
kill their
way
bot lane.
Gio's gonna show up as well. They're investing
Let's
a
kill
lot
Doran.
to kill this Sion and kill him.
Happy to do.
Okay, GP 3
Auto
items.
completed.
Yeah,
Soon
King
level
didn't even
16.
have that, by the way, on the previous
Is he gonna
play.
carry
Just
now?
Really highlight Triforce and
Our
Serpent's
coach is
Fang
really good at the game, challenger
fighting
level.
through Doran.
No.
He did have a last
Coaches
whisper.
are either
I
ex-pro
know, but
players,
that's not-
ex-challenger
that's
players,
not enough.
or they're
It's not enough.
not solo queue players.
And so now
And they
actually
don't
going to
play
be a
solo queue and
legitimate
have had a pro
threat.
career.
Is
It's not a bad
T1's
thing.
gonna start an objective. Nongshim's gonna try
I remember
and get
Dylan Falco was a
anything.
master tier Nunu main.
Honor is,
I will-
he's big.
I
He's very
swear he was a master
Calyx
tier Nunu
learning
main.
that he put together
Rat.
as well.
And now he
Yeah, so
hired
the
a
cool
jungler
thing
who's a Nunu
about
main as well.
this
I swear
game
the
is
Nunu
that
main's
we
gonna
will
take
know
over the world.
within about half
We need to
a
do something
second
about it.
who wins the team fight.
G2 has
Because
3
if
Nunu
anyone
mains.
on
They have
Nongshim
Kesha,
dies,
Dylan
they
Falco,
lose.
and
Yep.
Skewmond.
Because
What the
Smash will
fuck
get
are they
excited,
planning?
And Owner will start
Wait, hold up.
resetting,
Has
and
anyone
then
not
the
realized
fight is
that?
just not, I
What the
think,
fuck
not
are they
playable.
planning?
I feel like he really wanted Celestial with how a lot of this is played out.
Oh, the charm just not really going where it wants to as the Chaos Storm gets every flash under the sun. Kingen gonna be
Well,
the first
should be
to go
scaled
down,
till
and
next
that,
game, I guess.
Like you said, it's just gonna spell the end. Oh, Voidseeker almost killing Ona here, who's still ticking down.
Oh, what, the Nocturnal tagged on him, really?
I think it's a one-way trip though, as Gideon trying to get himself out of there.
Wait, he's maybe out.
Going wide, the knock-up.
Wait, why does he just look like he's gliding? What the fuck?
Spell kill.
Why did he look like he was
goodness,
drifting out of there?
No, Tongue Lash going to come on through. The zap not quite going to work out. And there's
Oh my
the
god, the
He
sidestep.
sidesteps the next Tongue Lash.
You got
And
it?
there's a Mega Cone to get him to safety.
Wait, they're
I think
gonna get
there was
Drake
a
from that.
flash in there
Oh, the
from
heals.
Doran.
Did they get Drake?
Roars. Okay, yeah,
Oh, the
maybe
heals.
he's
Get the
gonna be
wolves.
out
Get the
there
wolves.
because
Counter
Gideon
jungle a bit
going
as
to
well.
be a faker, and now he's continuing his
Where's he
merry
going?
course.
Oh, needs to die
He now
quick, right?
knows that he's dead,
What the
but
fuck?
That was, you know, he made
They're gonna
that
lose
choice,
Nash now, though.
And they take the Drake.
They're going to lose Nash.
It would be better if he died earlier so that he could actually be in time
that was
for Nash.
cool.
Now, yeah, Cannon Barrage not available just yet.
Alex?
Alex going in, misses the charm, and gets crashed into.
Oh,
or at
GP's
least
here again.
Kingen
Hola!
does. He needs to get out of there, but he has no options. Over the wall goes Calyx. Land's gonna follow him, but Ona gets over there as well with a Heartbreaker. And now T1 looking for even more. Super Mega Death Rocket just to make sure that they get out of there. And they do so. It is
Like,
only
don't
the
get me wrong,
Gangplank
I
going
think
down,
GP's
but
a
he's
good
dead
champ in
for
some
40
comps.
seconds time.
I think this one is
And so that
in
Cannon
solo
Barrage
queue maybe
that's
it's
up in
playable, but in
4
pro play,
is
like,
gonna have to wait as well.
who's gonna
As
walk up?
Doran's over the wall, but this Baron has been started. Voidseeker going to at least get on in there, and Gideon does have paranoia, so
Flip it.
they might be able to make this a 50-50. Still, it's exceptionally dangerous.
Giddy up,
as
steal
the
it,
charm
steal it,
is going
steal it,
to
steal
come
it, steal it,
through
steal it.
onto Doran.
Give him
Onto
vision!
Doran.
Someone give him vision! He can't see shit!
Needs to be
Now he
able to
can't
click
see!
on someone to get in. The triple knock up there from Doran as well.
gonna
As
flash.
the Baron is now low. In goes Lahens over the
Oh,
wall.
giddy
They
up.
go.
The Baron, the Baron!
1,000 health as Gideon unable to get it.
Smash, he
There
stole
goes
it.
the King gonna take down the Baron.
It's the
He just yoinked it from
splash
both of them.
Damage, Atlas.
Oh god.
He got them. Oh, God.
Well, okay.
What the
maybe
fuck?
game isn't over just yet.
What the
Let's,
fuck?
Unfortunately,
Is Sion
not
the best tank in the game?
Was his own.
Depends on the
He
pilot.
ends up dying.
Yeah.
And depends on the draft.
Now that
It's only mid and they're not gonna lose soul.
has
It's only mid and they're not gonna lose soul.
70,000.
I
You know,
inhibitors.
Nongshim have
Now,
time.
I mean,
They have time.
let us,
They can
let us
scale.
cast
Does
your
GP get
minds
stronger?
back
Is there like,
to-
do we need
to
more
a
items?
certain game.
one of the most
He needs IE.
cinematic
Bro, he needs to take out a fucking
moments
loan
ever
if he's
with
gonna
the
buy that
arrow
Infinity Edge, and
pierce
no
the
one's gonna give it to
dragon.
him.
A
He is a
happy major
broke
of,
boy.
like,
The copium
He's
overloaded.
fucking broke, that guy.
Because
Is
yeah,
he
he's
building
got a
shield
GA
bow?
as well as the prompter right now.
Ooh, the
God.
death brush.
They're really spamming those.
They really like load him
Lahens?
up as Lahens just
He's
taking
fine.
a cue for
It's fine.
fun.
It's bait. Oh, no.
Oh,
Well,
Faker
they
got hit by the
managed to
charm.
onto Faker, who just goes
Stopwatch!
golden. Lahens now just gonna get knocked up and taken down. Sometimes you just have a Zhonya's and you're just feeling fantastic as Ona heart breaks in. Jiu gonna have to flash as Ona gets over the wall and just flashes
What the
on
fuck,
top of it.
Oner?
He goes golden as
He's
well,
so
and
clean
it's
with it.
another charm that's looking pretty good. Death
Where's the
Flora
damage
rains
from
down on
Nongshim,
Ona,
though? Where's the
but
damage
he's
at
able
the-
to get himself out of there. And Nongshim, they are bleeding. They've lost a Rakan, but they have a few of their tanks, their damage dealers still left alive. But Doran just doesn't take damage. And now Carrier's diving forward. Down goes the gangplank. Carrier will fall, but he's making the sacrifice
Jinx
for
has
his
GA.
team. And the GA is procced. The Nexus is exposed, and T1 will be able to
T1 pulled
take
it off.
down
They
Nongshim
pulled it off.
here in
A
our
couple
first
hiccups here and there.
series
Game
of
1
the
was a
week.
bit rough. I think Faker carried this series, in my opinion. He
And
carried.
T1 looks
Faker
like
and Owner
they
did
just
lots of work this
dodged
series.
a gangplank queue because
The bot lane of
that
T1 was a
a
little bit disappointing in the first two games.
very
Game 3
hard-fought
much
battle.
better.
This first
It was.
game,
Game 3
definitely
much
the
better.
least close out of the three.
But the Zeri game, they looked like they were,
As
I mean,
Lahens, you
Smash
saw,
was a
like,
bit dizzy.
as always, a
The
little
MF game, they were getting
wry
2v2
grin on
killed.
his face, 'cause he
Game
knows
3 though,
for
they were back.
Nongshim, I think you're gonna be happy
Faker
with this.
still got
Yes,
it.
you didn't win,
He's always got
but
it.
you brought it